Bills and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 18 Gator. Check, 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 check.
Stidham sets to throw on first. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Got 12 yards that time, and the Bills first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go!
51 to Mike. 51 to
Get it.
Play action. It's Stidham. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Stidham on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on it there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, check. Press now. 61. Match box. Right. Big grip. Big grip.
3rd and long. It's Stidham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise Jr. able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
check, check 43.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
It's just me and you.
Chris don't travel.
It's just me and you. 36, 36.
Hey! 5.
They go play action with Stidham. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage, and
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, McLean. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
58 to Mike.
You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball. At 58 is the Mike.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
Alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On first down, here's Love. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Stidham to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Now Stidham completes it to Hardman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now it's Stidham. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On third down, Stidham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Come to my
world. Hey, check my 33. Check my 33.
Now Trubisky on first down. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Mike 22, Mike 22. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Stidham to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Check that. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Back, go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Check safety.
Hey, orbit. Look, squeeze. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Stidham. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Okay, ready?
Mike, 57.
Check back.
There.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Catch is made by Harry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go again.
Check 37. Check 37.
Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Two draw Corker.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Let's go.
They go play action now. Stidham. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So the kick from here, a field goal, would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Out. Hey, exit.
4th down. Here's Stidham. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Patriots' 32-yard line.
Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Again,
Stidham. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Stidham. Jones has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytically.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Cloud. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, 18.
Check. Rush in. Check. Out.
Hey, ball.
Now it's Trubisky. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Wild Bill.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
You mine. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, check.
Now it's Trubisky. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40.
Hey, 18.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Kill.
Hey, ball. Blue. Ran, tough.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 8-3. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 5.
After the interception, here's Stidham. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check my 33. Check my 33.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
I got you, punk. 50 up.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, check my 33. Check my 33.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play. The exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Stidham on first down. Complete to Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Off the play fake, here's Stidham. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Blue, blue, blue.
What's the end?
Alert, 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 alert.
Why? Give
Hey, 18.
On first down, McLean. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You got it.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert, 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 alert.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Red, tough.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Too little, Cut. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You got nothing today. You got nothing. 58 to Mike, 58.
Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, let's get in that holes.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
You ain't
Here's Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this one completes a read. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the third now in New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Still just a third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Move, move.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's go one more.
Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Stidham sets to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, switch gears.
Now Stidham on second down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Focus, defense, focus.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Trubisky, Matt Milano in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
58's the money.
Hey, Zoo.
The money.
Move, move.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Lock in, lock in.
Flare.
Trubisky will throw. And he's going to go down again. And Oliver in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Let's go now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And
there he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Singletary again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 25 yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Trubisky, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Again, it's Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Got his man. That's Harry. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky flush to his right, and this is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. There's a part of it.
Trubisky to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.
So for Buffalo, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.